Razabani for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to have with me Mr. Johnny Nelson. Johnny got a nice little Range Rover out there, I saw you in earlier.
Not mine. I just drive a Skoda. It's not mine.
That definitely was yours. I saw you with the windows down, with your shirt off, with your sunglasses on. What's going on in Manchester tonight?
Oh, I have no wealth. I'm just a poor beggar, just getting lifts from people, borrowing their cars. That's how I roll. Don't even wear jewellery, man. That's me. You try it fine, you will never see me wearing jewellery.
Nor does Bill Gates. Or Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, or Jay-Z.
Or Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's better.
Jody, I know some of the boys caught up with you yesterday, but I didn't watch the interview, so I don't know what they asked you, so I'm just going to roll on whatever goes through my head. Boxer Series show. It's the cruiserweight, it's your division. What are you looking forward to the most?
Of course, I've got my own channel, McDonald, because I've got a vested, probably emotional interest in him. I've known this young man for quite a while. I advise him. It's a great opportunity for him. He didn't want to turn professional. Wasn't even thinking about turning professional. Talked him into it. He's had 3 fights, and he actually knows a lot more than I actually realised. I thought, this is made for you. He can fight. He's very sensible. And so I'm just listen. I'd be surprised if he didn't get in the final, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won. But you know what? Everybody's got the same plan and idea, so it'd be good. It'd be good. And I think the format is good because you've got guys. I think nobody here has had more than a dozen fights, so therefore you've got fresh, hungry fighters that this will suit them down to the ground. I think when you get seasoned fighters that know how to kind of play the game, you know, and try and do the figures. You want people to just get in there, 3 rounds, let it go, get on with it. The naivety of it. So I think this is going to be pretty good.
Obviously, with so much competition now, with rival promoters and networks in Channel 5 and Eurosports and DAZN and Skies and BT, are these types of series good to find real good talent, to take them to that next level?
Yeah, listen, it's a chance for young fighters, male and female, to get on that platform, to get people to know who they are. And you've got to remember when Prize Fight Tournament first came into the mix, people got giddy and excited and thinking, yes, right. Now you're going to, like Saturday night, you'll see the family and friends of these fighters there supporting their own. And if you're following the story of fighters, if you're watching how they operate and watching how they fight, hear what they've got to say, you know, it can be beginning of big things for them. So I think these tournaments are spot on for people that wouldn't usually get a chance. And so now these guys here, win or lose, they're getting a chance to be recognised, to be spotted, and put their name on a map.
Johnny, when Eddie Hearn decided to leave Sky Sports and for DAZN, did you feel like Sky Sports went wholeheartedly? Do you think Sky Sports will be able to recover? Because obviously you lose so much talent, and all of a sudden now you're signing people over Eddie Hearn and you're able to offer them more money, etc.
Obviously it was a bit of a dip and a bit of a shock, because Eddie's the best promoter in the world. You know, he's I like everything about Eddie, and I like his work ethic's unbelievable. He could sell you anything, man. He's like, you think, I'd want him on my side. So obviously once he and Sky parted company, Sky, we got used to Eddie. But remember, Sky have been doing this for 30 years, and they've all been and come and gone. BBC, Satanta, Box Nation, and everybody's saying, oh my God, the new toys are here. Sky, that's it, they're done. And Sky have been consistent. They're the only channel that's consistently showed boxing here in the UK for nearly 30 years. And if you think about all the ones that came along, you know, everybody's got great ideas, but you've got to produce consistency. So Sky are in a position now where they've earned their stripes. They know the formula to building a brand, to building success. And you know, Eddie's he's a businessman, and he sees it, he gets it, he's taking the chance. He's taking a chance that I think most people would take, and he's got to try and do something with it. So yeah, of course, we miss Eddie. But you know what? The story goes on, and now look's happening. Look, we were here when Kell Brook. What a night, man. What the signings that are coming along now. So nothing's changed at all. It's business as usual.
You've obviously surprised Eddie Hearn with how much you're able to offer these fighters. He's clearly said that he's quite flabbergasted in the amount of money that you're offering, almost double sometimes for these fighters. What would you make of his reaction?
Eddie's reaction? Say the question again.
He's quite astonished on how much money you're offering these fighters compared to what he's offering them.
It's business. He's a businessman. You know, that's it. It's business, and so if Sky thinks it's good business, they're going to do it. If Eddie thinks it's good business, he'd do it. That's business. You know, and it depends on how much you want to be successful in the business you're doing. I think Eddie should be more concerned about what he's doing, because this man's all over the world. You've got Matchroom USA, Matchroom Mexico. You know, he's doing an amazing job. He needs to concentrate on what's happening in his own backyard rather than looking over the fence, because he has amazing fighters, he has amazing fights to put on. The only problem is not many people are seeing him, because the zone is not something you see as you walk into a pub. You know, the zone's not in a position where they can advertise and promote fighters off the back of another sport or in an advert. Sky have they've done the homework. You know, they've built a brand. They've built a platform where any sport, golf, football, tennis, you know, they're advertising to let you know it's on. I'm quite sure if you went to the average man in the street and asked them Conor Benn's last three opponents, you know, die-hard fans would know, but the average man, would they know? And Conor Benn's a great Conor. So that's what Eddie's up against, and so Eddie's got to put the zone on the lips of everybody. You know, he's got to put it in a position where you see it left, right, and centre. And it's going to take years to get to that point. Like it took years for Sky to get to that point. So I understand what he's doing. I understand the urgency about it. But you know, there's one thing you can't buy, borrow, pretend to have, and that's time, man. You know, he's got to put the time in.
Okay, heavyweight boxing. Looks like Aj-Usyk is going to take place in the Middle East. Eddie did an interview with us yesterday where he said that. Looks like July 23rd. Rumours are he's sticking with Sky Sports. Anything else you can give us, Johnny?
I don't know. Listen, I know as much as you do. And until one thing I've learned that until you hear it come out of AJ's mouth or Eddie's mouth, then we'll talk about it. So I hope he has. I hope he has stuck with Sky Sports. It's been an amazing journey with AJ, and so I hope he does. That's all I can say. I'm just like you. I just know as much as you do.
Do you think Fury, who says he's retired, comes out of retirement only for Joshua, or does he come out of retirement and fights the winner either way?
I don't think Fury's retired. Even his wife said there's no way he's giving this up. This is his medicine. This is his medication. This is what he does. He's a fighting man. So no matter how responsible or detached from it you want to be, he fights for a living. That's what he does. And so right today, he's telling the truth because that's what he thinks. Tomorrow he might change his mind. So I don't think that's the last we've seen of Fury. And then I'm quite sure he'd want to get in the ring with AJ or Usyk. And I think he beats Usyk. By the way, he's proved he's the best in the world. That's it. He's proved he's the best. So everybody else has got to prove they can beat Tyson Fury. He just has to be himself.
Rumours, Hughie Fury and Michael Hunter looks like almost a done deal, taking place in July. I saw some quotes on Twitter this morning from Ben Shalom. Good little step up for Hughie, finally trying to make his way up to those big names in the heavyweight division.
So Hughie's had to learn his craft in the eye of the public because he's got that Tyson name. So when he's won, he's lost, whatever he's done, you know, he's going to be criticised. You know, he's got to grow into being the fighter he can be. So the chance is there now. He's been around long enough, he has enough experience to say, right then, let's start stepping up, let's ramp it up a little bit. You can fight, but he's just had to grow up and get his experience.
A word on your man, Bobby from Sheffield, announcing his retirement. A lot of people say, look, even Eddie said there's a lot of money still left for him to make. Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr., but he's going off into the sunset after a victory over his fierce rival Amir Khan.
I was so happy when I heard that news. We spoke about it the day after, and I said, Kell, that was just my opinion, man. I'm not stepping out of line. That's just my opinion. I personally think don't make money your god, because you got to sleep. after that. In 10 years' time, when that money's gone or you've done whatever with that money, you think, was it worth it? If you end up losing to Ben, if you end up losing to Eubank, and I'm not saying he loses to him, what I'm saying is, why take that risk? Go out on a high. There's not many people that are in that exclusive club to go out on a high, to leave boxing when they want to leave boxing. Now, the average man in the street will look at Amir Khan and Kell Brook and remember them for that fight. People like you and I will look at their career and think, you know, Khan was in amazing fights, Brook was in amazing fights. And I actually think Khan should do the same. I really do. Because both fighters have deteriorated. They gave their best, and the best wasn't good enough for each other. But then when you come up against young bucks that are fresh, that are fiery, that are ambitious, then no matter who you are, what you've done, you know, time waits for no man.
We wish Kell Brook all the very best in his retirement. Johnny, all right, we'll catch up with you the rest of the week. What's the plans in Manny this week? Any parties going on?
I don't do parties. I'm not like that.
What are you wearing? Why have you got like 3 buttons open? Why can't I see half your chest hanging out?
Because I'm hot.
Johnny Nelson, IFL TV. Thank you very much.
Team Everlast to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.